Today we'll be tasting the Balvenie 12-year-old single malt Scotch whisky.
Hi, I'm Jo and this is Maximo, and we are Tipples and Treats. Today we have a tipple,
We do.
Scotch whisky,
Another one.
single malt Scotch whisky.
A 12-year-old double wood from Speyside in Scotland. Now we've had a couple of, I think we've had sort of three previous Speyside single malts.
Well, they do make a good tipple there, don't they?
They do indeed.
They're renowned for their fresh Scottish waters.
Indeed.
So, shall I open while you...
Yes, I'll do my the honours with the research notes. Indeed.
Yes.
So the Balvenie Distillery is, as we've mentioned, a sea spray, Speyside single malt Scotch whisky. I've lost the power of speech, haven't I? Located in Dufftown in Scotland. It's owned by William Grant and Sons, and this distillery was founded in 1886, Joe.
Old one?
It is quite a nice cylindrical container.
That's
quite a nice looking bottle, isn't it?
And that is a classic sort of bottle, isn't it?
It is. So this particular distillery has won many awards.
Yes.
And of the 120 plus distilleries in Scotland, Balvenie is one of only 7 distilleries with its own malting floor. And it's the only distillery that still practices the 5 rare crafts of Scotch making.
What's that?
Those rare crafts are growing the barley, malting the barley, which malting means that you allow it to sort of spurt, like start growing. Having an onsite copper stills, onsite Cooperage, which is like making the barrels, and having their own Malt Master. So they're the only distillery in Scotland that does everything from woe to go, which is quite rare. This particular distillery is open for tours, and they're open Monday to Friday. The tours are 50 British pounds, which is about 100 Australian dollars. They're fairly expensive, but they are 2.5 hour tours, and it does involve tastings.
Wow, why would you go if it didn't?
I'm not sure, but but if we're ever in Scotland, we'll have to go to Speyside.
Yes.
And we'll be paying perhaps this distillery a visit, depending on our review.
How would you choose? There's so many there to go to.
Well, there's 120 distilleries, one a day. That's
not all in Speyside.
No.
In Scotland.
Yes.
Yeah, well, Scotland's, it's
Big.
not. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not small either.
So this particular example has been aged for 12 years in American oak casks, before finishing them off in European oak Oloroso sherry butts. So that's probably where it's getting its
quite a bit
colour
going
from.
on. They use 2 different types of barrel.
They do. Yeah, one to, I guess, get the taste, and the other to get the colour. Would you like to pour some for us, Jo?
Sure.
So the notes on the bottle say the nose is of honey, subtle spice and nuttiness.
Nutty.
And there's a sweet palate of oaky vanilla, subtle baking spice, nuts and dried fruit. So this is sounding intriguing, isn't it?
It certainly does have a honey colour.
It is a nice honey colour. Subtle sort of nose, isn't it? I'm not sure about the honey, I'm not sure about the vanilla. It's certainly sort of a delicate sort of fruity aroma.
Yeah, I don't get the honey or vanilla either.
No, I don't. Certainly get it's more the woodiness rather than the honeyness that I'm sensing.
To me, it smells spicy.
Spicy?
I don't know what spices, but that's what I get more than
sort of dates or something. Sort of sort of sweet.
I don't know. Time to
give it a taste.
I don't know what to make of it actually.
It's got a spicy start and then sort of a mellow mid and finish. It's 40% alcohol content, which the spiciness I think it tastes sort of stronger than what it is.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah.
It's reasonably complex.
To me, it's definitely spicy, both in smell and in taste.
It is. It's there's lots happening. I think there's there's the fruitiness, the spiciness. I think it's got a fairly long and sort of mellow finish, mid sort of palate and also finish.
Yeah, quite long, I think.
It's not too bad neat at all, is it?
For me, it's just a fraction too strong.
Yeah, on the initial bite.
Yeah, I did glance at the alcohol content because I thought it does taste quite strong.
Certainly a long, warming, mellow finish. I think that there's the initial bite and spiciness, and it sort of warms and mellows.
And that, as is usual, with quite a few whiskies, I find. I mean, you can say that the taste changes with each mouthful, but actually your mouth is just getting accustomed to the taste,
and the aromas and the alcohol.
With each, sip you taste, it just develops further in your mouth, I think.
So, shall we try it with a little bit of ice, Jo?
Yes.
So we have a new ice bucket. It helps with the melting, I find.
An excuse for a new toy, I say. That was a guilty look.
She knows me too well, our viewers. Cut down the aroma a fair bit.
The initial taste is much smoother now. And then for me, then the bite sort of happens like secondary now.
I think so. I think it's cut down that initial bite at the front of your palate.
It's surprising because the ice is melting, but yes, it does make quite a difference.
It's
straight away.
Eminently more drinkable straight away, I think.
It is. I can still taste the spiciness to it, but it's a lot mellower.
And I think the more the ice melts, the more drinkable and mellower and I guess more even this particular drop becomes. Oh, this will be one that won't be hanging around.
No.
Maximo's cellars for very long, I think.
Do you say that about every whiskey?
No. I think some whiskies are more enjoyable and more drinkable than others, and I think this is at one of those that's quite enjoyable, quite mellow. With I love my single malts on the rocks, and this is almost a perfect drink
Wow.
for me
Wow.
for the price. And this particular bottle is 109 Australian dollars, so it's sort of not. It's getting sort of towards the top of what I
Yes.
would be
Yeah.
choosing to pay
700 mils though, yeah.
for a regular sort of tipple.
Yes.
You know, like between sort of 80 and sort of just over $100, I think is almost justifiable. Anything more than that, and it's
Almost justifiable. What does that mean?
anything more than that, it's a tipple for a special occasion.
Special occasion. Yeah.
But for you know, for an everyday tipple, I think this is for me affordable and quite enjoyable. So
Yes.
I'm going to enjoy getting through this in the coming days and weeks.
He does not drink a bottle a week, trust me.
No,
No.
not at all.
No. So I'm not really a Scotch drinker. I don't mind having the odd taste.
But you could see
I think
yourself
I've
having this, can you?
I've definitely tasted better ones from me, I would say. It's not that I don't like it, but...
what's been a better one that you've had recently that we've reviewed, perhaps?
I can't remember.
The Tamdu?
Yeah, that was quite nice. That was a bit more of a special...
It was.
That one's...
Was it
the level
15-year-old?
on that one has not gone down much. It's like too nice to drink.
It is nice. But I will be enjoying this. So on that note, if you've liked this, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we'll be endeavouring to produce a video weekly. We try and get them out on a Friday afternoon, just in time for the weekend tipple time. Friday night drinks, perhaps.
Sometimes we had an extra bonus one during the week.
Yes. Yeah.
So, have you tasted any whiskies from Speyside? Tell us which is your favourite one, or suggest one we should review.
Yes, if you've got a favourite one that you love, we'd be very interested to hear. And if we can source it, we'll definitely give it a go.
Keen to give a whiskey a go?
I'm keen to give any whiskey a go.
Cool. Right, on that note, cheers.
Cheers.